On this week's show, Liberty Baseball proves that Flames are hotter than the swamp, taking down number 9 Florida, and Liberty Basketball has a shootout on the hardwood.
Plenty of hoops coming your way as we share the stories of Liberty guard Stephen Burggraf and Lady Flame Priscilla Smingy. This is Flame Central.
We got dudes.
Yeah, we do.
What in the world does that mean? Not just talking about me and Rhett. We'll tell you what it means here in just a bit. Welcome to Flame Central. She's Emily Austin. I'm Matt Warner. With so many LU programs in action right now, kind of hard to decide where to start the show.
Yeah, but that's a good problem to have if you're a Flames fan. From the pool to the diamond to the hardwood, Liberty is racking up those W's all across the board.
That's right, but winning would not come easy for Liberty Hoops on Wednesday as they hosted FGCU. It was a battle pitting the top 2 scorers in the ASUN against each other as Tavian Dunn-Martin of the Eagles squared off with Darius McGee of the Flames. Now, after a tight first half, Liberty would actually build a lead in the second thanks to the best offensive performance of the season from Blake Preston. The Flames big would come off the bench, provide 18 points and 10 rebounds as Liberty built an 8-point lead. But then Dunn-Martin would go crazy. He had only 9 points in the first half. He would score 32 in the second half, on his way to an FGCU program record 43 points on the night, and he was letting the Flames faithful hear about it. Now, Darius McGee would pick up the scoring in the second half as well, as these two would trade blows. Back and forth we went. It would all be tied up in the final seconds of regulation. McGee, a chance to be a hero, but the step-back 3 was off the mark, and we would head to overtime. In OT, it was all Eagles as they outscored the Flames 16-6. They knock off Liberty for the first time ever and hand the Flames just their second home loss of the season.
Hats off to Gulf Coast. They got a big win in our place, and that's college basketball. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. But I love our guys, man. They spent everything they had. I'm anxious to get a little bit of rest and finish up on Saturday on senior night, and then see if we can't defend our championship in the ASUN tournament.
All right, so we take a look at the ASUN standings heading into the weekend. Remember, when it comes to the ASUN tournament, the higher seed in each game gets home court advantage, so the seeding is of huge importance. As we're about to get this party started, the calendar turns to March, and the madness is very quickly going to get underway.
It sure will. All right, we stay on the court for our next feature. Every team has a fan favorite. For the Liberty Flames, it's Stephen Burggraf. Whenever he takes the floor at Liberty Arena, the place erupts. What makes his story so special is the journey he took to get on the hardwood and to wear that Liberty jersey. But what's even more special is how he was awarded along the way.
Checked in for the first time, Stephen Burggraf. A junior, he's a local product, played at LCA.
I've been in Lynchburg my entire life, school across the street.
He was at LCA, and Gabriel and Luke were on the team, and he was probably 135 pounds. And I never, ever thought that he would be a college basketball player. And as the years went on, I thought, man, he works pretty hard. He really knows the game. But he spent more time on the floor than he did on his feet. By the time he and Gabriel got older, and I saw, man, he's really improved. And the thing that I admired most about Stephen is the impact or the influence that he had on winning. That's an intangible that only really special players have.
I didn't know if basketball was over or not. I definitely wanted to continue to play, but I didn't have like the opportunity presented right out of high school. I tested like going to other colleges and seeing if I wanted to play there, but I never felt like the Lord was calling me away from Liberty. So I got on the phone with Coach, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
When he asked if he could walk on, I said, well, you first got to serve as a manager. He didn't hesitate. He said, I just want to be a part of the program.
There's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. The days are very busy. Being here whenever like a player needs you, rebounding or getting waters and stuff. I continue to set goals. So when I was a manager, it was to become a player, and then I achieved that. So I continuously wanted to set new goals, and that was definitely one of them. When KR read the sheet, it left me speechless.
Congrats, Stephen. You are unstoppable.
just watching his reaction, because he doesn't show a lot of emotion. Steven's very poker faced. Watching his reaction it brought joy to my heart and to his teammates, because they were excited for Steven. He's so deserving, and that'll be one of the many memories that are etched in my tenure at Liberty, seeing Steven Burggraf receive that scholarship.
He spent the past 2 seasons as a manager and kind of continued that tradition of Liberty. Remember, he had Rax Farquhar, manager turned fan favorite.
Oh,
yeah, and he's still on the staff. You had Colton Reed, Luke McKay last year, who both followed that same course of manager to earning a spot on the roster, and now you have Burggraf doing the same.
My role is do whatever I can do to make the team better. If I'm on the bench, my role is just provide energy.
Did that on purpose. Oh, Preston hammers on top of Forrest and lets him hear about it.
He's so easy to root for, and I hear the crowd wanting Steven to get in the game, and gladly acquiesce to their desires, because he's certainly earned his opportunity.
Burggraf, the steal. Lays it in, his first collegiate bucket from the field.
Nice finish by Steven Burggraf.
And this place erupted. He never cracked a smile.
I honestly don't know how I became the fan favorite.
Gives it, backdoor cut, Burggraf again.
I guess I'll try and embrace the role as much as I can. Definitely just want to go out there and just show how hard work can pave a way, and that your dreams can come true if you just keep working hard.
Thanks to our own Donald Scott for producing that feature. I love the way that Coach McKay says, yeah, listen, you want to walk on, you want to play here? First, you have to serve. First, you have to be a manager, and so many guys in this program have done just that. And then when they get the opportunity to play, they have such gratitude and thankfulness for that chance because they've worked so hard to get there.
I mean, Matt, when that scholarship video plays, I've seen it a million times. I still tear up every time. But I love how Steven embraced his role. No matter what step along his journey, he just was all in. So
great kid, great part of the team. All right, well, every conference game matters, but there's something special when the top 2 teams in the conference hook up. And also, it's a little bit of a rivalry between the Liberty women and the FGCU women. Some say could well be a preview for the ASUN championship game when they met on Thursday. The Eagles would get a big lift in the return of Kirsten Bell. The best player in the conference returned after missing a month due to a knee injury, and she helped FGCU build a 15-6 lead out of the gate. LU would battle back, though. Alyssa Iverson with 10 first-half points, and the Lady Flames would trail by just 2 at the break. Second half, Bridget Rettstadt found her offense. The senior finished with 15 points, 13 rebounds, but poor free throw shooting in the fourth quarter, along with too much Kirsten Bell, would do the Lady Flames in. Bell finished with a game-high 23 in her return, and the 23rd-ranked Eagles get the better of Liberty on this night, 69-61. FGCU clinches the #1 seed in the ASUN tourney.
All right, to the diamond. Liberty baseball took down the #9 Florida Gators in Game 2 of this series on Saturday, 6-4. But Coach Jackson, who is going to throw on Sunday to close the series? We got dudes. Yeah, that's what Liberty head baseball coach Scott Jackson said regarding his pitching staff. And he wasn't wrong, as LU completed a comeback Sunday to take this series over Florida. We got dudes. I like that saying. In Sunday's win, LU's bullpen did not allow a run over the final 5 frames. Oh, and check this out. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Derek Orndorff with an insane grab. That catch would go on to make the #1 play on SportsCenter. Can't get enough. We'll show you again. I mean, this guy's flying. Hey, Matt, guess what? They got dudes on offense, too. Aaron Anderson, Brady Golakowski, and Orndorff all homered in this series, while catcher Gray Betts was named the ASUN Player of the Week after hitting .364 and also led the Flames with 3 runs scored. After the big series win, the Flames would find themselves ranked in 3 major baseball polls, but not going to tell you about that. You'll have to wait for Hearsay with EA segment in just a minute. All right, so these ranked Flames kept it going with their home opener on Wednesday night, cruising past North Carolina A&T with a 12-2 victory. Center fielder Derek Orndorff, I'm just going to keep it going, this time with my bat. He had 3 hits, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. On the mound, Garrett Horn picked up the win in his first collegiate start. Up next, Liberty will host Winthrop for a 3-game series this weekend.
Well, Liberty softball also picking up some big victories on the diamond. They bounced back from a slow start to the season by sweeping the competition at the spring games. A big 9-0 win over Maryland. Lady Flame Carly Keeney tossed Liberty's first no-hitter over a Power 5 team in program history in that one. LU also picked up wins over Florida Atlantic, Ohio State, Hofstra, and South Alabama. The Lady Flames look to stay hot as they now return home for an 11-game homestand. All right, to the pool we go. Here's a trend the Flames Nation can get behind. Every time the Lady Flames have hosted the CCSA Championship, they've won. And that includes this season, as the Liberty swimming and diving team captured its 4th straight conference title this past Saturday, and it was not close. Liberty took the title by more than 300 points. LU taking first place in 9 total events. Sophomore Abby Shaw won 2 of those in the 100 and 200 backstroke. Her time in the 200 backstroke, the second best in program history. Also, head coach Jake Schellenberger was voted the CCSA Women's Swimming Coach of the Year. Up next, Maddie Freese and Lauren Chenault will head to the NCAA Zone Diving Championships. Those begin on March 7th.
All right, so Flames Nation is aware of all the talent and success around Liberty, but let's see if the rest of the world is taking notice on social media with another hearsay with EA. Let's get it started with the hottest player in all the land. Matt, I stole that saying from you. Darius McGee, Chris McKee, no, they're not related, MCKEE, wrote this article explaining why the sharpshooter should be in the mix for National Player of the Year. All right. Cooper Watson is stating the obvious about how Liberty basketball needs to be in the NCAA tourney because McGee is must-see TV. Back to the diamond, you saw it a few minutes ago, but let's be honest, we could all watch this on repeat all day long from Derek Orndorff. I mean, come on, that's just nasty. What's a warning track? After the Flames won the series over number 9 Florida, probably the best tweet to ever go out from a Liberty account was sent to the world. Just perfection. You're welcome, social media. All right, and finally, as a result, the Flames baseball program gets ranked on 3 national polls. Number 21 on D1 Baseball, number 18 on Baseball America, number 15 on Perfect Game. Someone take me out to the ball game because it's going to be a fun year. All right, we have to take a timeout, but next we'll share the story of how Lady Flame guard Priscilla Smingy made her way to Liberty.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon joins us for a brand new Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Don't go anywhere.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Welcome back to the show. The Lady Flames basketball team is having one of its best seasons ever. It was the first program in the country to reach 25 wins, and one of the most important pieces behind that success is senior guard Priscilla Smingy. Her journey didn't start at Liberty, but after realizing that the Lord was leading her to the mountain, she knew it was right where she belonged.
Quick play, Smingy. Smingy off the window.
When it came to being an athlete, Priscilla Smingy didn't have to look far to find a great example.
My dad played in the NFL for 11 years. He was kind of an underdog, and just seeing him go from a school that was kind of not as big and him make it to the NFL was just so inspiring for me to look up to. And he has just been someone that has encouraged me throughout my college and high school career playing basketball. He's always just been there for me, supporting me in whatever I do. I have parents who are grounded in their faith, has just been a blessing, and I'm so glad that they could help shape me into the person that I am today.
That family support, and more importantly, her faith, would prove to be paramount for Smingy as she started her collegiate basketball career at the University of Michigan.
I ran into an injury, and that was a little bit difficult to get back into just kind of proving myself. I'd pray about whether to stay or transfer, and I just felt like the Lord told me to stay because my work there wasn't done, and I trusted that He had a greater plan for me. There were so many unique situations that I would find myself in that God just opened up for me to witness to people, and that to me was the most rewarding thing about my whole experience at Michigan.
But eventually, Priscilla would feel God calling her to a new opportunity, even if she didn't quite know what that would be.
There was a verse that God had given me, Isaiah 43:19, and it says, I will make a way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. And I held on to that verse, and it would pop up randomly from time to time, and I just felt like God was just encouraging me that I'm going to make a way when there seems to be no way.
As it turned out, where God was leading Priscilla was to Liberty University.
We recruited her while she was in high school, and unfortunately we lost her. And when her name popped up on a transfer portal, we thought, wow, here's our second chance to get her to come to Liberty. She has Christian values that we cherish, and her athleticism and her strength as a defensive player, and as a player that most of all is hungry, wants to improve, and she's always doing things to uplift the team and care for the team and serve the team. And these are just characteristics that we'd love to have in a player.
I felt like God, He was answering my prayer, and He was opening the door, and so I trusted in Him and just continued to work. And now being at Liberty and just playing with complete freedom and just being able to contribute on the court, it's just been so rewarding.
Priscilla has had the opportunity to grow on the court, helping lead the Lady Flames to one of their best seasons in program history. And during this time, she's also grown spiritually, being reminded God is the one constant through all of life's ups and downs.
You might not know how things are going to play out. You just have to keep making the steps that God is leading you to, and He'll direct your path. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if I can encourage someone out there, I would just say in the times where life gets hard and you have obstacles in your way, just trust God and put your faith in him, because he is faithful and just and will come through for you in miraculous ways, because you didn't give up. And I would just hold on to that truth and go forward with the confidence, knowing that God is going to make a way when there seems to be no way.
Man, what great perspective from Priscilla. She has fit in so well here at Liberty and has been a huge addition to the team the last couple of years. All right, time now for Warm Out and Fuego. Rhett McGibbon joins us as always. Top player moment from the past week here in Liberty Athletics. Rhett, do we have a theme this week?
We do. Something very close to my heart. National Chocolate-Covered Nut Day.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes. Big day for all those who celebrate.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, warm. Great bets. This guy, I know he loves chocolate-covered nuts. You got to get back there. You know, he's just peanuts at the ball game.
Sunflower seeds,
They should have you know, M&Ms at the ball game.
They don't let you have sunflower seeds on the turf. That's one downside.
Oh,
right?
that is the downside. All right, this guy, catcher for Liberty Baseball. He's a stud. I love him. He calls his own shots back there. He's the guy. They have so much trust in him from behind the plate, saying, all right, you can call the pitches. And I'm sure he confers at times, but still, he's got a great head on his shoulders. But then going into that series versus Florida, 364 average, a hit in each game, 3 runs scored. Absolutely excellent. Then against NC-A&T, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBI. Had a fantastic game there. This guy is just so much fun to watch. I know the pitchers love him. They've got a great rapport between each other, and it's just so much fun to watch him. ASUN Player of the Week this week. He is going to be fun all year long. I think the whole baseball team, Matt, is going to be a lot of fun to watch this entire season.
Hard to start much better than they did down there in Gainesville. All right, from warm we go to hot. Who's
hot. This is what I wanted to say about the chocolate-covered nuts, okay? Just buy M&Ms. Don't go out of the box. They've perfected the chocolate-covered nut. You don't need anything else.
Candy there is.
There is. You just sit there, and before you know it, you've eaten about 16 ounces. I wouldn't recommend it, but that's what goes down.
Many times.
Yeah. Hot. Bridget Redstadt. Senior day was a fantastic day for her. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, 11 of 15 from the floor. You can tell right from the get-go if she's on in a game, it's going to be a long day for the opposition. She had a reverse lay-in in this game as well. She has just been so dynamic throughout this season. Great to see her. You know, we showed you the story about her maybe not coming back. Man, the Flames have just reaped so many benefits from her presence, and just the leadership that she's shown. She's been excellent. Great to see her on senior day in front of her parents be able to just rock it like that.
Her the versatility offensively she has now, what her game is now in her senior season is incredible. She's come a long ways. All right, finally, in Fuego.
In Fuego, the best thing you can do with your M&Ms, get a nice coffee. Now, I'm not talking about one of those fruity undertone things. Get something with a caramel base.
I feel like every Warm Hot Fuego is turning into you placing a food order.
Yeah,
is that basically where we're at?
Be that situation, yes, exactly. But hey, Darius McGee, his last 5 games, this guy's just been silly. 32-point average, 6 rebound average per game, 5.2 assists. He's had 6 triples typically in a game.
He was flirting with the triple-double against FGCU, just a few assists away from that.
Yeah, that's going into that FGCU game. He had 28 points in that game. Now, it's great that he's playing that well. The con is that you need some other Flames to step up, but if you can get a couple other guys hot going into tournament play, along with him, averaging this, you're going to be in good shape.
Still probably the scariest offensive player in the country. So it's going to be fun to watch. Rhett, appreciate the time. All right, so to come, we look back at a national title for one Liberty athlete. It's one of the great moments in Liberty Flames athletics history, and we'll show it to you when Flames Central returns.
Some come for the crowd, the team, the community, or the love of the game. Others are game changers, here to fulfill their dream of impacting the world. We are here to help every student reach their goals by providing advanced learning, moving worship, competitive athletics, and an enriching social network. One thing is certain, as our campus grows, so does our passion for the things that truly matter. We remain strong in our commitment to deliver a premier Christian education to more than 125,000 students around the globe. Liberty offers over 700 academic programs, including nursing, aviation, cinematic arts, seminary, and law. Our combination of hands-on learning and dedicated faculty enables students to graduate job-ready, no matter what program they choose. Our thriving online community is no exception. We want to help distance learning students add a graduation cap to the many hats they wear, allowing them to be a part of our family without leaving theirs. Liberty's campus is alive with the heartbeat of true faith. Here, professors are mentors, classmates are worship leaders, and teammates are family members. Speakers from all walks of life address one of the largest Christian gatherings in the nation, challenging students to grow in many different ways. Liberty's vibrant spiritual life ignites students with a passion for the gospel. Our athletes compete at the highest collegiate level with 20 NCAA Division I teams. The Liberty Flames have captured more than 150 conference titles, and their intensity continues to light up the playing field. A thriving club sports and intramural program also provides plenty of opportunities to be a part of the team. But social life is not limited to the confines of our stadiums. Whether it's a world-class musical concert or a professional theatrical performance, there are many ways to take a study break with friends. We have over 7,000 acres of campus to explore and encourage students to test their limits with hiking, biking, and shredding the slopes at Liberty Mountain Snowflake Center. Our campus continues to develop as we build the framework for an exciting future. We are striving to remain on the cutting edge of higher education. As the momentum builds, our mission remains the same. We always have and always will be training champions for Christ.
Hey, welcome back to Flame Central. Breaking news, it's the 50th anniversary of Liberty University. You may not have heard. We've been celebrating with a top moment in LU athletics history each and every week.
Yeah, this week it comes from the track. We shared her story on our Flame Central episode last week. Heather Sagan, now Heather Zeeland, makes history for Liberty.
March 9th, 2002. The NCAA Indoor Track National Championships in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Sagan, the senior from Liberty College, swinging wide down the home stretch, 40 meters to go. Sagan on the outside, Nielsen on the inside. Heather Sagan from Liberty shocks the field and wins in 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
And Larry, that's the beauty of being a senior at this meet. You've seen it all, you've done it all, you know exactly when to time your kick, and Heather Sagan did it to perfection.
When Heather Sagan passed UCLA's Lena Nielsen to win the indoor mile, she became the first Liberty athlete to claim an NCAA Division I national championship. Her effort also helped the Lady Flames secure a 15th place finish at the meet.
Wow, what an incredible finish. Happy to have her here on staff for Liberty Track and Field.
All right, that'll about do it for this week's show. As always, check out the Flame Central podcast and libertyflamecentral.com for any stories you might have missed.
For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.